Hello friend, welcome you in our philosophical channel for UPSC exam. Now next topic 17 is Vaisheshika atomism. Vaisheshika's theory of creation and destructions are based on its atomism. Besides Charvak and Sankhya, all Indian philosophers are creationists. Among all those, Vaisheshika's atomism is unique. In Vaisheshika's philosophy, the most subtle atoms are the base of emergence of the universe. Atoms are defined Paramatva Visishto Henuk Parmanamu. This is Sutravakya, basically written in Sanskrit. I have told you because Sutravakya holds some importance while we write the answer. In the base of physical world, there are innumerable eternal and partless atoms. This world emerged by the atom of earth, water, fire, and air. These customs are neither created nor destroyed, but the conjunction of these atoms, this world is created, and by the disjunction of these atoms, world is destroyed. Time, space, soul, mind, and physical atoms are neither created nor destroyed. Atoms have no motion. Motion is implied by the adrist of living soul. Nature of adrist is impressions of these are impressions, or you may say collective impressions of deeds. Nature of adrist, so nature of adrist is a collection of impressions, and so it is materialist. It is God who implies motion in these, and world is either created or destroyed, according to later Vaisheshika. Atoms, cause of universe, God implies motion into these atoms according to deeds of living bodies in form of effects by adrist. Hello friends, sorry for wake up. Light has come just. By Vaisheshika's atoms, this transitory world is explained at the time of pralaya, or complete destruction. Five eternal substances, atoms of four physical substances and impressions of living bodies remain within destruction, according to which new world is again created. In this process of creation of first Dvayanuk, then Trayanuk, and so on, are developed. These atoms are combined in different proportions and different substances are developed. Vaisheshika is spiritualistic because it considers existence of God with physical atoms and law of karma. After every creation, there is necessarily the stage of pralaya, which is a stage of complete rest of living soul. It You can consider if creation is day, then destruction will be night. Creation after two pralaya, there is a kalp. It is popularly known as kalp. One kalp comes after another kalp and it continues regularly. Vaseska is असत कार्यवादी और आरंभवादी, so it considers world as a new creation which is not regarded as the virat of शंकराचार्य और दक्षिण और क्षणिकवाद, शंकराचार्य और क्षणिकवाद और मोमेंट्रीनेस ऑफ बुद्धा. So this is atomic theory of Vaiseshika. This theory is very sound and unique to some extent, but it differs from Greek philosophy, and Greek philosophy is as follows. Difference between Vaiseshika atomism and Greek atomism. According to Greek thinkers, there is only numerative difference among atoms, but according to Vaiseshika, there are both types of differences between atoms, known as qualitative and quantitative differences. Second point of distinction is according to Greek thinkers, atoms are active, but according to Vaiseshika, atoms are inactive. Next, third point, according to Greek, soul is made up of atomism, but according to Vaiseshika, soul is free. Greek atomism is materialistic and mechanistic, but Vaiseshika atomism is spiritualistic and teleological, because it considers that without God creation is not possible. Now I am coming to criticism of whole Vaiseshika philosophy, which was expressed in pre-video and in this video. According to Advaita Sankara, unconscious adrisht motion cannot be implied because it is in the form of impression, so how can we adopt it and apply it? To escape from this paradox, Vaiseshika has to make faith in God. Next criticism point 2, Vaiseshika has not clarified about how quantitative difference causes qualitative differences. Third point is to say that atoms are with quality and eternal is self-contradictory. Fourth point, inactive atoms cannot be create anything. If motion is implied by external source, then these possibilities cannot be self-consistent. Point fifth, in Vaiseshika's substance only one is main. All substances cannot be equal. Sixth, to consider soul unconscious lead towards Charvak. Actually, soul is conscious and knower. Point 7, God of Vaiseshika is only a manager who is limited by a drist. 8, Dravya cannot be explained for want of gun and karma. 9, Guna and karma depend on dravya, so they cannot be free substances. 10. Classification of karma is not scientific because subdivisions are not mutually exclusive. 11. According to Shankar, if Gotu universal is distributed in cow, then its horns and tail should provide milk, which is not possible. You know sense of the Shankar, what is he telling? He telling that milk is not derived from the tail or legs. What is the reason behind it? You can think. Besides this, where does universal exist in Pralaya is not clear. Due to Vaiseshika, how does one eternal object differ from one another? What is nature of Vishesh are not clear. Some y is different from things which are related by it. Another some y is required for another things. In this way, such concepts lead towards fallacy of infinite regress. 14th point is Pravakar Mimamsa and Vedanta both have criticized Abhav. If Abhav is true, then Abhav of Abhav will also be true, and we go to infinite regress. Thus Vaisheshika's category is only a imagination. Its number may be more than 7. Now we cannot say that Vaisheshika's category is useless. Such philosophy leads us towards new development of Indian philosophy. Okay friends, thank you for listening. Please do like, subscribe in my audios so that I can be energetic to do more.